Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my skincare empties, and I've also added in a couple of products that I definitely will not be finishing, but that's just because they didn't work out for me. If you're new here, then welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified every time I upload a new skincare review and product discoveries for clear skin. Okay, I'm going to start with the Emma Hardie Amazing Face Prime and Protect SPF 30. I don't usually wear primers that much because I find that my SPF usually doubles up as a primer anyway, but as primers go, this one is absolutely gorgeous. I love the silky, glossy, glowy luminosity that gives my skin. So in that respect, I really love it. It's an SPF 30 though, which just isn't enough for my skin. But if you love primers and you do like a nice glowy primer and then you're happy to use your SPF and then put this on top, then I think that this is a really good option if you like nice glowy skin. It's definitely really nice. The packaging is quite deceiving. It comes in this lovely metal can. It felt like it was empty straight away, but that's deceiving. It lasted a long time. It's got 50 ml, which is a decent amount of product for a primer. I just wouldn't rely on this as an SPF alone. The next one is the African Botanics Resurrection Cell Recovery Serum that came with the Boxwala Beauty Box. I love African Botanics. It's one of my favorite brands that if I had a super high skincare budget, I would use a ton of their products. I think that they're absolutely gorgeous. This is basically a retinol serum. It's also got some hydrators, some nourishing oils, and it's got resveratrol in, which is an antioxidant. It's very, very expensive, but I absolutely love it. It's not the strongest retinol out there. So if you're used to things like the Drunk Elephant retinol or a very powerful retinol, then this definitely isn't going to be enough for you. But if you're kind of like medium level retinol, then this could be really nice. And if you like a nice luxurious product, then this could be really nice for you because the African Botanics products are packaged beautifully, they smell delicious, and they're just so gorgeous. But in terms of do you need this because it's the best retinol product on the market? Definitely not. Next up is the Drunk Elephant Lip Balm. I did a review on this, which I'll link up above if you would like some more information. But I must say that this was a bit of a miss for me. It's nice that it hasn't got petroleum in it. So if you're looking for a more natural option to a lip balm, it's good. I initially had high hopes for this because it's got peptides and a derivative of vitamin C in this, which I thought was quite interesting. And because my lips get so dry, I thought that it might kind of heal them or help keep them more moisturized in the winter when my lips, they just get so dry. But it didn't really do anything amazing for me. It's fragrance free, it comes in the thick tub, and yeah, it was okay, but I probably wouldn't bother getting this again. The Copper Amino Isolate Serum from NIOD has been sitting in a bucket waiting to be reviewed in the empties for such a long time. I've had this for ages. I do really like this. The funny thing is I can't really notice the difference that much whilst I'm using it. It's not until I stop using it that I notice the difference with this. I have got a new one ready to go. It's actually been sitting in my drawer for a while now. I really need to open it and get it started. I'll keep going with the NIOD products because I've got a few of them now. This is the Low Viscosity Cleansing Ester. This is great. It lasts for ages. It comes in this huge 240 ml bottle. So I think that it actually works out as good value for money. This is the go-to cleanser for me when I'm feeling lazy and I can't be bothered to do a double cleanse. It just destroys makeup and SPF, and it's just such an effective but gentle cleanser, and I really, really like it. However, I've also used the one from Hyaluronic, which comes in at a cheaper price. It is in a smaller bottle, but it's definitely cheaper, and I think that next time I'm going to give that one a go and skip this one out because it does work out more affordable, especially now that Hyaluronic have lowered the prices of their products. This one is covered in dust. It's the Voicemail Mask by NIOD. I didn't feel that this really did anything for my skin. I'm not the biggest fan of face masks anyway. I often just can't be bothered to use them. I like to put my skincare on and leave it on and then I'm done. I'm not always that interested in putting it on and then having to wipe it off and then continue with my skincare. It's just a bit too much of a faff for me, but I know a lot of you guys love face masks and This is, as face masks go, it's an interesting one, but I just didn't notice that it did that much for my skin. This is the Pestle and Mortar Hyaluronic Acid. This turns out to be a really great hyaluronic acid. It is an unusual one because it looks quite thick and gloopy. I actually did a review on most of the products from Pestle and Mortar, which I'll link up above. And I initially said that this was a good hyaluronic acid, but it wasn't my favorite. But it turned out that it is a really, really great hyaluronic acid. It's quite thick and gloopy, and I thought that it was just going to sit on the surface of my skin and be sticky. It was not like that at all. And even as I went through the bottle, it didn't seem to get thicker and gloopier at all. So I was really impressed with that, and it turned out to be a great hyaluronic acid. Another Pestle and Mortar product is the Hydrate lightweight moisturizer. This has got peptides in. I think this is a really good moisturizer for all skin types, especially normal to oily skin as well, because it's extremely lightweight. I do find all of the products from Pestle and Mortar are nice and lightweight. The only thing that I didn't like about this in the end was it's got a slight fragrance to it of lime. I think that they've just done that naturally, so it's not going to be super harsh on your skin or anything like that. But I just, after a while, I just didn't really like that smell on my face. I didn't really appreciate it. I thought lime was a bit of a weird one to put in a moisturizer anyway, and that I didn't really like. But I love the airless packaging, and it's a really good lightweight moisturizer that's good in the summer months. So I thought that it was a good moisturizer, but I just, yeah, didn't really like that lime fragrance. Now I'm going to move on to a couple of the Glossier serums. We've got the Super Glow Vitamin C Serum. I love these Glossier serums because there's just something about the Glossier skincare that just, it makes me happy. I am caught up with the marketing with Glossier. I just love it. I love the branding. I love the way they look and they feel, and I do love the quite simple approach to their skincare. Their lightweight moisturizer that comes in the tube, I just think that's a really excellent, simple, fragrance-free moisturizer. I think that initial batch of products that they did were just really, really great. The vitamin C is a perfect choice if you're a newbie to vitamin C and your skin is sensitive and perhaps you've tried one in the past. I know that someone left a comment on one of my previous reviews of a vitamin C product. I can't remember which one, but they said that their skin was just really sensitive when it came to using vitamin C's, and this is the one that I suggested that they try out because it's extremely lightweight, but it's also stable, so it's easy to use and it's not too much of a faff like it can be with L-ascorbic acid, which can sometimes be sticky in formulas. This isn't sticky, it's super lightweight, it's like water, quickly melts into the skin, and it's, yes, a great option for first timers. If, however, you're more of an intermediate or advanced vitamin C user, then this just isn't going to be strong enough for you. The bottle's super tiny, you'll work through it quite quickly, and I just don't think that you will love it. As I've already said, I'm a fan of the products just because, yeah, I'm the last person that normally gets caught up with marketing, but I just do love the way everything looks. So I really enjoyed using it, but it just wasn't strong enough for me. The other one I've got is the Super Bounce Serum, which is basically hyaluronic acid and vitamin B5. This is actually a really solid hyaluronic acid. It does a good job at plumping up the skin. It has got some different molecular weights in there, so it works on different levels of the skin, so it's not a super basic hyaluronic acid. The only thing that lets it down is the size of the bottle. 50 ml for hyaluronic acid is probably the smallest sized bottle out there. I don't know why they are so small, and they're not the cheapest either. So I love the bottle. It's so pretty and so cute, but I go through hyaluronic acid quite quickly, so whilst it is a good one, it is just a little bit too small for the price for me. Next, moving on to a bunch of different SPFs. I've got this one which I talk about all the time. This is the Roche Posay Anthelios XL SPF 50. Longest name in the world. This is a great solid chemical SPF. If your skin can tolerate chemical SPFs, then you should definitely try this out. I love it because it doesn't leave a white cast on my skin. It's super lightweight in its texture. It's very fluidy and spreads across the skin really nicely. I've just realized that there's a bird chirping outside. My window's open. The weather is absolutely glorious today, and I can just hear this bird singing away. in the background, which completely distracted me, which is quite nice, but hopefully not annoying at the same time. Here is one that is super white. That is the Avene SPF 50 for dry skin, dry and sensitive skin. This is what I featured in the products that I use when my skin was having a complete and utter freak out to the retinol that I was using. I will link that up above. My skin was red. It was when I started using the Drunk Elephant retinol. I've also got a review of that, which I'll link up above. My face fell off. It's such a strong retinol, and I deliberately went in very hard and used it 3 days in a row. I don't recommend that you do that. And yeah, the side effects were extreme, and I needed to completely change up my skincare routine. And that's when I decided to go with this one. And at the time, it really worked because my skin was just so dry and flaky, and it was so red. And this worked. It actually helped take the redness down because it made my skin so white, which I didn't even realize at the time how white it made the skin. But as the redness went down and I continued to use it, it was just, it's the sort of SPF that you wear on the beach. It's thick and it's creamy, and yeah, definitely not something that you would wear on a day-to-day basis unless your skin is extremely pale and extremely dry and you want something thick and you're not worried about something leaving a white cast on your skin. Only then I think that this would be a good idea. But to the rest of us, I just think my skin's relatively pale. I think that this is just not a great SPF. The last SPF I'm going to show you is by This Works. It's called In Transit Skin Defense Anti-Aging Daily Moisturiser with SPF 30 to defend from environmental aggressors. So it's obviously got some antioxidants in this as well. This is definitely non-whitening. It didn't leave any cast on my skin. It was super clear. That was great. The only downside to this is it made my skin super shiny. Almost like my skin looked like it was, that had cling film, like cellophane over it. Really weird, much too shiny. It would be okay if you went in with makeup on top. I think that would be absolutely fine. But otherwise, it just wasn't for me because, yeah, it just made my skin way too shiny. Okay, so the last two products are these two, which I featured in my drugstore skincare haul. Again, I will link it up above. I got the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream and the Your Good Skin Comforting Gel Cleanser. Both of these products are not finished, but I just won't be continuing with them. This cleanser isn't a bad cleanser. It's £6. You get 125 ml of product, so it actually works out at really good value for money. I just felt like this almost felt like it had been watered down. So you need to use a lot of it. It comes like, this is quite a big hole, so quite a lot of cleanser comes out when you squeeze it. And yeah, I just felt like it wasn't as good value for money as it appears to be. I mean, £6 for a cleanser is really good, but yes, and I still found it a bit oily on my skin. I just didn't love the texture of it. It was just a bit thin and not my favourite cleanser at all. So I won't be continuing with this, but I will definitely pass it on to someone else to see if they like it. And then the last one was, yes, the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream for dry skin. It's fragrance free. That's very nice. I didn't find this that hydrating, and I didn't even realise that it said it was for dry skin. I thought this would be more for combination skin. I didn't find it that hydrating at all, and I didn't love the gel cream texture of this. It almost felt like it was going to clog my pores. I don't know if it would clog my pores, but it just didn't feel right. I thought it might be quite interesting to try initially because of that gel cream texture, but when it was actually came down to using it practically, I didn't actually like it that much. And I definitely now know that I prefer my hyaluronic acid to come in a liquid form. So that's it for my skincare empties. I've been saving them up for a while. I think that it's always good to hear my thoughts on products that I've completely used up and whether I would use them again or not. If you've got any suggestions for products that I should try in the future or videos that you would like to see me do, then let me know in the comments below. Often you guys give me suggestions for future videos, and I often take that advice. So let me know in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.